Hello again. Due to the complexity of the overall file system and how to run everything, I prefer to just go ahead and explain some of the tests described in the documentation because some require running multiple command lines so that we can test out functionality across a or synchronization of the file across multiple systems, across multiple executions. And to do so, we're gonna continue using the script shell. This time around, we're gonna create multiple instances of the same rental shop. So go to the our rental folder or directory, then we can just run script of that. We're gonna first compile the project. As usual, we're gonna create, let's say, three lots. So downtown, create a lot, downtown with three and zero minutes. As simple as gonna create the file as intended. The indexes are just going to be the ones provided. Just create another one. We have already seen how to remove bands. So let's create midway again. And, 10, 0, and 10. There we go. So additionally, let's go back. Let's create a rental shop. Let's create one so that we can test the modularity of loads and saves and how the rental shop how the rental shop class manages this. And to do so, we're going to create a stand again with 10 number of vehicles and access to downtown and midway. Right? Simple. Welcome to the rental shop. Everything's okay. So let's create another instance of the same by splitting the command line, creating a script, and accessing a rental shop. So access a rental shop. We're just gonna go to downtown. No, we're gonna first print out the list of contents. You can see it's right here. We can just access Santana again. This is gonna create the same format. As you can see, it's the exact same. Let's say I want to rent a done. That provide me with the code of the one I just rented. And in the other execution, which is the next command line, we're going to see that there's no longer the YVD and also to this one. You can see it's successful. So let's attempt to return it from the other execution. So to return the same vehicle, which would be it's YVD 922, 5 kilometers. It grabbed it from a shop, so there's no need to access more values than needed. And if we go right in here, that list is going to display this content. It should be right in here. It should be displayed in order, in increasing order, because that's how we check the threshold of the vehicles. So now let's create a third terminal containing the information. As you can see, the rentals, there's no rental in here. Let's create a third terminal using script. Let's create a new rental shop named Siren. Okay, with one available space and access to midway because it has vans. So if we list out the contents, should be no contents actually. There should be no vehicles inside of it because it has no space for them. So let's rent out a van. Should allow me rent it out RYC. It's in neither of these because the vehicles in the parking lot cannot access others. So now let's attempt to return this exact van in another shop. Should allow me so. 525. That as you can see, it returned it, but it also checked the threshold and it surpassed the amount. So it had 9 vehicles when the threshold only allows to have at least 2 spaces remaining. So for this, we have to, it checks the threshold and returns some vehicles to the lots available. And we have also applied the discount because it took it from the lot. And lastly, but the last test case I was going to check, or we have already checked for file consistency. We created a lot with multiple vehicles and checking if the vehicles were created successfully. That's correct. Creating a rental shop with multiple lots. So goes overhead, renting a vehicle, returning a vehicle to another shop, listing the state. And oh, I forgot to list the transactions. In here, we're only gonna list the transactions of the cars returned to it, and both cars were returned in here. But this rental shop did not get any cars returned towards it, so there should be no transactions. And with that, we have concluded the entire test for the overall functionality of the code. As you can see, the code works properly and does the desired behavior. It uses file systems, or it uses simple TXT files to maintain the state of the rental shop, to maintain the rental consistencies, to maintain multiple shops. It also uses this to a TXT files to maintain the lots, and an index to maintain the overall uniqueness of license plates. As we can see from the test and from the documentation and also from the entire project, the functionality described or desired by the project definition document has been displayed throughout a throughout this throughout this set of videos, and with this we have completed the demonstration and justification of what the program should work like. So with this, I'm done testing out.